It was posted up late last month. It is by David.
Okay, so this is a pretty good video, except for there's parts that I disagree with him. He's a good independent researcher.
And this is
however,
a very interesting
disagree with him on
article.
his stance on technocracy
in its entirety, but let's just drill down on it. Who is David Skripek? As a pilot who frequently traveled to Greenland while serving in the Canadian Armed Forces, I can say with assurance that Greenland is already fully integrated into the American Empire's network of strategic possessions, and has been since the early 1950s. And as he goes on to point out, yes, in even his own personal experience, let alone his research, it is certainly the case that America already has a very dominant strategic foothold in Greenland.
Of course, the United States does, but that doesn't mean they control all the resources there. Yes, they have a dominant geopolitical hold on the region, but they don't completely control it. So those are there's different levels of this, okay?
And so the idea that this is about some sort of we better secure Greenland before the Ruskies get to it rings untrue, shall we say.
Well, not necessarily because of my previous point, but we'll continue.
So why the sudden focus on Greenland? Well, David writes, aside from rich and largely untapped natural resources...
Okay, and that's really what this is about. He's going to go on to say it's about something else, but we're going to get to that. But this is really what it's about. It's about resources. And also, it could be strategic area as well. But, these types of people, they're into the greed aspect. That's what this is about, right? Primarily. We'll get into more of elements of what it might be about as well.
Huge, unproven and unexploited oil deposits, potentially 7.3 billion barrels, natural gas reserves estimated to be anywhere from 50 trillion to 150 trillion cubic feet, and extensive mineral deposits. There is, I believe, one other main reason for this sudden attention being paid to Greenland. Namely, Trump is being leaned on to annex Greenland by certain highly influential individuals who contributed handsomely to his second presidential election campaign. These men, namely Elon Musk, Howard Lutnick, Peter Thiel, and Sam Altman, are now in a position to steer the president in whatever direction they desire for the purpose of fulfilling their primary goal. They are chomping at the bit to form what is known as the North American Technique.
No, this doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so Elon Musk, his grandfather, whatever was part of the Technocracy Incorporated, or somehow related to it. Yeah, sure, but these guys, they're vulture capitalists. Okay, they're not technocrats. It's two completely different things. Okay, so let's just continue. See what he has to say.
The linchpin to a full-blown and ultimately worldwide technocracy. And he goes through just a short.
Okay, what these guys would have if they were going to have something worldwide or just in North America or whatever. What they want is they want a system where they're controlling all the resources. Them, not technicians. Okay, a technocracy is ruled by technicians, engineers, etc. Okay. Technocracy is not ruled by plutocrats. That's two completely different things. These guys, Elon Musk and Sam Altman, they're plutocrats. Okay, well, I don't know if I would consider Sam Altman a plutocrat yet, but he could potentially get there. But Elon Musk is definitely.
Bullet points of what is technocracy, where did it come from, etc. He highlights this 1940 map of the technique of America, and then goes on to talk about the
So let's just talk a little bit about the Technocracy Incorporated. They're descended from this group called the Technical Alliance. Okay, they are a bunch of technicians, and Howard Scott, who was not really a technician or anything, who are trying to develop, a centralized system to manage resources, and it would be basically, in layman's terms, a government ran by technicians. Okay, so it's a lot different than what we're saying. Okay, people like Trump have nothing to do with that. Trump does not philosophically grasp such concepts, and has no interest in them, even if he does.
Killer globalist New World Order. We've all heard about the multipolar world order that those valiant BRICS are spearheading right now, and is going to be the savior from this American-led bad old world order. We're going to get the multipolar New World Order. Yay! Well, in contrast to that, David Skripek talks about the multi-pillar globalist New World Order, a globalist New World Order vision in which 5 pillars hold up a square canopy, and that canopy represents the technocracy, the overarching ideology, which of course is the system itself, and each pillar of this globalist New World Order is supporting that canopy. So what is...
Okay, again, if you're going to have a technocracy, it's going to be ruled by technicians and engineers, not plutocrats. Okay, so the ruling class of China and Russia and the United States and Europe, they have no interest in creating an actual legitimate technique.